What was the Allotment Act and its effect on reservations? Imagine a time when vast stretches of land were held collectively by Native American tribes, where each piece of earth was woven into their cultural identity. The Allotment Act, formerly known as the Dawes Act or General Allotment Act of 1887, changed that landscape dramatically. This U.S. federal law aimed to transform Native American land ownership from communal to individual parcels. The Allotment Act was designed to encourage Native Americans to adopt Euro-American agricultural lifestyles. The government believed that, by promoting private land ownership, Native Americans would assimilate into mainstream society. Under this act, the president was authorized to survey reservation lands considered suitable for agriculture or grazing. Typically, each head of a family received an allotment of 160 acres. Those who accepted these allotments were granted United States citizenship. However, the consequences of this policy were far-reaching. Once the allotments were distributed, any remaining lands were declared surplus and opened for sale to non-native settlers. This led to the loss of millions of acres of indigenous land, drastically reducing the size of reservations. From a cultural anthropology perspective, the Allotment Act disrupted traditional indigenous social structures. Many Native American tribes had held land communally for generations, with land use deeply rooted in their cultural practices. The shift to individual land ownership weakened tribal governance and social cohesion. The act also aimed to erase tribal identities. By pushing Native Americans to adopt farming practices similar to those of Euro-Americans, it encouraged them to abandon their traditional ways of life. Many Native recipients found themselves unfamiliar with these new agricultural methods. Often, the lands allotted were not suitable for farming, leading to economic hardships. The Allotment Act also had legal and political ramifications. It increased federal control over Native lands and populations. Enrollment in the Dawes rolls determined tribal membership and access to resources, further complicating tribal governance. Overall, the Allotment Act is viewed as a policy that accelerated the dispossession of Native lands and undermined indigenous cultures. It was part of a broader agenda aimed at assimilating Native Americans into American society. This policy officially ended with the Indian Reorganization Act of 1934, which sought to restore tribal self-government and communal landholding. In the context of race and ethnicity, the Allotment Act illustrates how government policies can impose external cultural values on indigenous societies. The effects of this act continue to be felt today, highlighting the importance of land as a foundation of cultural and political life for Native American tribes. The legacy of the Allotment Act serves as a reminder of the ongoing challenges faced by indigenous communities in preserving their identity and connection to the land.